Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, welcome. My name is Jennifer. Welcome to my reaction video. We've got quite a bit to react to today involving Taylor Swift getting booed at the Super Bowl yesterday and Meghan and Harry's latest stunts at Invictus. I think I should probably stop saying I didn't plan on turning the computer on today. I didn't plan on filming today. But you know what? With everything going on with Invictus this coming week, I need to just own it. And if there's going to be something to react to, I'll just turn on the camera. Okay, first things first, Taylor Swift got booed at the Super Bowl, y'all. She got booed. She was on the Jumbotron and your girl got booed. And I do not think that she saw that coming. Not in a bajillion years. I really do feel like a celebrity, superstar, a megastar of her status cannot fathom that her status might fall or that her star might fall, even a few bits. Now, I'm not here to totally badmouth her and, bring her down and all that. I'll be honest with you, I am not a Taylor Swift fan, never really have been a Taylor Swift fan. I talk about her involvement with the Blake and the Justin Baldoni lawsuit. I will link that video in the description below. It's a good breakdown on everything that we have up until when they're going to move into trial next year. So if you haven't watched that one, go ahead and watch it. It didn't really get a lot of love with the algorithm and maybe that'll help boost it. But I'm really proud of that video because I really went into the weeds about Taylor and her involvement in all this. And what we're seeing is the public's reaction to Taylor's involvement in that lawsuit with Blake and Justin. And they're not liking what they're seeing or reading. And I think this is a direct result of that because make no mistake about it. The girl is talented. She sells out arenas. She sells bajillion records. She's popular. But that is not why she's getting booed today, guys. She's getting booed because the public is reading about this and they're not liking it. So let's take a look. Her eyes bulged out of her head, you guys. Bulged out of her head. Okay? She was not expecting that. Not expecting that. She is in genuine amazement to hear those boos. And look at that. That right there is, I think, her look like, how dare you people. That was the first reaction. But then she has to temper it with a little bit of a smile and maintain a kind of cool, haha, I'm like with it demeanor. I'm not buying it. I think that the first reaction with that crazy eye bulge, you see what I mean? You see how it's that crazy, like, whoa, but then her lips kind of pick up into a little bit of a sly smile there, like, oh, ha, 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 like, and apparently a lip reader saw that and said that she had said, apparently this is alleged because it's a lip reader, alleged that she had said, what? Like, what's happening? So you see that, you guys? She hears the boos. That right there is the real reaction. Like, excuse me? And then here we go. That is the, oh, hey, I'm like kind of cool with it. But right here, that's the very beginning of it. That is the real Taylor right there. And unfortunately, with the way that the political and social climate is changing these days, people are not down for mean people. They want to know that the people that they buy records from or concerts that they go to are actually nice people that aren't working behind the scenes to take down others. And it's not people criticizing her music and being ugly about her appearance or anything like that. What's happening is people are responding to mean girl behavior. They're responding to what they see as mean girl behavior that this woman displayed along with Blake Lively to take down Justin Baldoni. And that's what they don't like. Because think about it. Here we are. And just what? Less than 2 weeks ago, we were inundated with articles like this from The Cut. And I had said in my last video when I was talking about this whole deal that I think that it was something released from Blake Lively's camp to try to put out feelers because there was an initial push in the press, I feel, from Taylor's side, where Taylor was basically trying to distance herself, saying that she didn't appreciate the involvement, she didn't like being called a dragon, all that stuff. And then a couple days later, we see all these types of articles that saying things like, well, first of all, it's from The Cut, so we all know that's a rag. Don't worry, Taylor Swift and Blake Lively are still besties. Everyone can relax, it says. Taylor Swift and Blake Lively are still friends, despite reports that Swift was taking a step back. So this whole drama, I think, is Blake's team putting that out, putting feelers out to see how that message is going to be received, that they're still friends. And then, morning after the Super Bowl, what do we get from the Daily Mail? Super Bowl photos reveal exactly how Taylor Swift has frozen Blake Lively out of her girl squad. So there is a photo from last year, 2024, at the Super Bowl. They're hugging, they're loving, they're all besties. And then this year, Blake is nowhere. Sorry guys, my headphones coming out. Blake is nowhere to be seen in those stands. She is nowhere to be seen. Now, did anyone really think that Taylor Swift was going to have Blake Lively sitting in that booth with her at the Super Bowl? They're not loved up like this anymore. She's surrounded by a bunch of people that, frankly, I don't even know who they are. I have no idea who they are. Apparently, she was sitting next to some girl named Ice Spice or something. I have no idea who these people are, nor do I care. Okay, here's a picture. So number 1 is Ice Spice, whoever that is. Number 2 is Esty Haim, Alana Haim, Ashley Up. I don't know who these people are, and frankly, I really don't care. But this is who was at the Super Bowl with Taylor, and Blake and Ryan were not there. I did not believe for a second that they were going to be. I knew this was going to happen because this woman cares about her bottom line. It doesn't matter that she's the godmother to this woman's children. That does not matter. What matters is she needs to save face, and she needs to save her reputation and her incoming cash flow. That's what this has to do with this whole deal. And it's sad because personally, if I was Taylor, I would have just skipped the games entirely. I would have skipped it because if you're really, really that good friends with Blake Lively, then behind the scenes, you need to stand by her, and that needs to take precedence. You can stand by your friend and still not put yourself out there to fuel additional speculation. Because when Taylor goes to the games, she fuels even more speculation as to why Blake isn't there. And I know why she's doing it. Again, she's doing it because she wants to separate herself from that whole thing. But the problem is that is she Blake's friend or is she not Blake's friend? Because if she's Blake's friend, she could talk behind the scenes with Blake, and Blake can put her heart out on her sleeve and apologize to Taylor for dragging her into it. Although I don't know why she would, because it seems like they were in cahoots. It seems like they're both culpable here. But this is just an example of someone not sticking by a friend, someone throwing someone under the bus when things get rough. And that's personally what I think she's doing to Blake. And I think it's sad. I mean, we all know Blake's, it does not look good for her in this whole entire lawsuit. And the problem is she's incriminated herself in a lot of these messages to Justin Baldoni. She hasn't really proven her case. If anything, all of the evidence that Justin and his lawyer have released makes her look really, really bad. But at the end of the day, she's still a human being. She's still undergoing fierce backlash. Yes, it is warranted, but I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but it can't be healthy. It cannot be healthy. So to have her supposed best friend, girly, that they probably like, yah sisterhood, got the blood and went like this kind of deal, because that's what they portrayed in the media for years and years and years. To know that she wasn't there and to know that Taylor probably threw Blake under the bus, pretty sad. Pretty sad. So let's move on to Meghan and Harry, shall we? If you haven't seen the video that I posted just yesterday about her little speech that she gave, it wasn't even an opening ceremony. It was some type of, I don't know if it was like a meet and greet or what the heck it was, but it was very cringy. And I'll just let you guys watch that one for yourselves. So let's take a look at one of the first headlines that grabbed my attention this morning regarding the latest with Harry and Meghan. This is from the Daily Mail Australia. Meghan Markle criticized for appearing to move Team Canada members' wheelchair without permission at Invictus Games. Okay, so there's some video footage related to that. But before I show you, this is them rolling in their 3-car security convoy. And take a look at Harry in the back seat, you guys. Sorry, my throat's a little scratchy this morning. Does not look well. He looks like someone that's been on an all-night bender, if you want to be honest. It just looks kind of scary. And then another picture that I wanted to show you guys. Take a look at this picture. Notice something about Meghan's hair in this picture. Now, remember the video I did a couple days ago when she saved the world with a Billie Eilish t-shirt? And what I was pointing out was she was wearing a hand or specially embroidered sweatshirt that had her children's names on the collar. And her hair was tucked into her collar so that you could see the lettering along the neckline better. And people were saying, who does that? Who makes a video and tucks their hair in like that unless they're trying to draw attention to something on their shirt so that they could merch it? I think that her tucking her hair in like this is in response to that clapback because they think she listens and reads everything that people say, criticizing her. So she either doubles, and when that happens, what she does is she doubles down on it. So I think she's tucking her hair in here as if to say, I tuck my hair in all the time. It has nothing to do with that Instagram story I made about the Billie Eilish t-shirt. It has nothing to do with that. This is just something that I do. That's what I think is in direct clapback to that. But let's take a look at the wheelchair video because it's cringy because you can tell that the woman who she's pulling back had no idea that she was being pulled back. I think she was in mid-conversation with someone. You could see her hands kind of go like this a little bit because think about it, you're on wheels. If you're moving but you're not expecting to be moved, it's a little jarring. And we all know that she doesn't really, meaning Meghan, she doesn't really have boundaries with people. She's very touchy-feely with strangers. I mean, we all know how she manhandles Harry in public all the time, but she's even like that with strangers. And I think it's very jarring. So just watch this. Harry's trying to be funny, playful, whatever, do his little dance move. I don't really know what Meghan is doing, and I don't know why Meghan's hands are on this lady. And what's so funny is that if this was any other celebrity showing up at the Invictus Games or a big event like this, a big charity, anyone else showing up doing this, anyone else touching someone's wheelchair, no one would say a word. No one would really bat an eyelash. Everyone would just be like, oh, yeah, so-and-so's there having fun. And I hate to say it, but just because it's her, that's why people are just honing in on every little thing she does because it just establishes a pattern of behavior that everyone keeps talking about. It's like always trying to get attention, always trying to me, 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 me. I mean, look at this.
Needs more than Meghan.
Like moved her so that they could all get a photo, not what was going on with Harry trying to fool around, whatever. She's just like, okay, like get in line, photo time. It's like, so in the meantime, you do that. And the poor woman is just, no, you guys, I don't know what is going on with this woman, but behavior is just off the charts. And then now let's get into what I think is the most just absolutely disgusting display. Town and Country magazine, another mouthpiece for these two. But look at the headline already. The best photos of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle at the 2025 Invictus Games. Already, when you Google the Invictus Games, nothing to do with the athletes. It all has to do with Harry and Meghan, and particularly Meghan, what she's wearing, what the best photos are. She's making this again all about her. This has to do, make no mistake, you guys, this has to do with ingratiating herself to the public, trying to get into the public's good graces. She has to. She's got a Netflix show that's debuting next month, less than a month from now. And I'm sure Netflix has told her, you better get out there and you better repair some damage, girl. And that's what I think this is. So look at this. They're already talking about the best photos of them. Okay, she's sitting, smiling, holding an iPhone. How is that the best photo? Why are trivial things like this? Okay, and then this is some type of side event at the games where I guess this is children of the participants here all gathered to watch Meghan read a book. How many of you are getting flashbacks from her New York trip to that school in Harlem where she had to, read the book to those kids? Well, those kids were force fed. She's joining in with some coloring here. But take a look at this photo, you guys. Look where Meghan's sitting and look where Harry's sitting. There he is, just part of the crowd. And who's the star of the show? Why is she sitting there reading to these children? Why isn't Harry sitting there reading to those children? This is Harry's event. Harry's event. Look, he's just one in the crowd, and there she is. And then now this was at some basketball wheelchair thing. Of course, she's got to show up. She's got to say hello to everybody. Oh, let's kiss the baby. And then I saw this was a wheelchair curling event, and she had changed outfits because every event she has to change outfits because she has to merch wearing an all black thing. And look at this. Meghan looked cozy and warm in a black puffer jacket. And then it's like another view of the Duchess of Sussex's outfit. Really? Like, this is what it's come down to. This whole thing is just the Meghan and Harry spectacle. The Meghan and Harry spectacle. And there she is again, tucked hair in there to show that she's not merching. This is just what she does. And look who is in the front of this picture with Team USA. Who's in the very front holding that flag? That would be Miss Meghan, y'all. I told you it's the Meghan show. Now, this I thought was very interesting. The white coat. The white coat. So where have we seen this before? Where have we seen this look before? So this is them meeting with the Governor General of Canada and the Premier of BC, British Columbia. There she is in the stand. There she is. Got to get her photo op. Got to get her photo op. She's so happy with her pom-poms. And she's got to show affection. She's got to counter the rumors that she was shopping a divorce book. That's what Vanity Fair claimed. Notice they aren't suing Vanity Fair. So it had to have been true. And there she is getting her PDA. Everyone thought that they were supposed to have a professional separation, right? But now this doesn't look like a professional separation if she's showing up to his events. He's not allowed to show up to anything that she's promoting, but she can just crash his parties. And that's what she's doing. I guess the professional separation that they had announced last fall is Dunsky. Well, what does this look remind you of, this white coat? I'll tell you what it reminds me of. Let me find it here. Hold on. I got so many windows open, and I'm just kind of learning how to film my screen and talk to you guys at the same time, so please bear with me. I'm just a normal homeschool crazy mom, internet detective. What does it remind you of? Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Now, why do I think? Well, okay, where am I going with this? Where I'm going with this is back when the world didn't really know what this woman was about. We were all looking at this saying, wow, what a handsome and smart couple. And she seems really put together. She seems, that she's a woman that's already into her own. She's American. She's biracial. She's been on a television show. She's written a blog. She seems like she'll be cool and she'll be with it. Maybe she will be a breath of fresh air. And this is really cool. And, oh, okay. That was back when no one knew anything about her and no one knew about how he was going to change being with her. I always think that he's had a lot of problems. She magnifies and brings them out. She's, in my opinion, straight up malignant narcissist. I don't think Harry is, but I think she definitely brings out those narcissistic tendencies in him. So she wants to hanker back, you guys, to a time when she was loved. So she's trying to hanker back to a time when people didn't know about her, they liked her. And this is a somewhat iconic photo shoot when they had just announced their engagement in November 2017. This stands out in people's minds. People see this photo and they're like, oh yeah, I remember that's when they first got engaged. So I really do think that that is what this woman is trying to do with this look at Invictus. now that she's back at Invictus. And notice how she's always front and center, right? She's got to be right there, right in the middle. This photo is supposed to be about Harry shaking some little girl's hand. Sorry, I don't know who that little girl is, but look who's right in the middle. Look who's face bombing in the middle of the photo. I don't know, you guys. And the last one I wanted to show you was just something really small, but something very revealing. And this comes courtesy of Revealing the Narc. She's a really good channel and talks about narcissism. So she's got some really wonderful insights. And she posted this little video that looks like it was caught off the cuff. Just take a look. What are we seeing here? Well, I'll tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing someone who has real contempt for this guy. And she didn't know that a camera was on her, because you'll know that she has that permagrin on all the time because she has to appear on all the time. Remember, I told you in my last video that I think how someone like Meghan approaches the backlash is not to step aside, disappear for a while, and make amends behind the scenes. It's to double down, and it's to show that it doesn't affect her because she is above it. We're petty. We're criticizing her for no reason. She's above it. She's going to go out and she's going to be like that character on that movie poster, Smile, right? She's going to smile all the time. And she has to appear smiling all the time. If she even, because she knows the person that's searching for the camera all the time knows that if she's off for even 1 second and she makes a face like this, that's going to be the picture that's shown. And that's going to be the picture that's going to be like, oh, the negative backlash is getting to her. Look at her face, right? So she can't have that. So if you'll see here, what's happening is she sees that camera. But the reason why I think this is performative is that right there, that's a look that Harry probably gets all day long, every day behind the scenes, right? But then she looks up and she sees the camera, right? Now, she doesn't smile. Notice she doesn't look up, see the camera, and smile instantly at the camera. She looks back down to him to make it seem like she's smiling at something he's doing. And then she looks back up to the camera as if to be like, oh, I was in the middle of a moment and you caught me. So look what I'm talking about. So this is the look that he gets, right? Hold on, sorry. So, okay, so start from here. So that's the look he gets all the time. She sees the camera. Uh-oh. Gotta look back at Harry, make sure it's, oh, and then, see what I mean? So what I'm seeing here is her way of trying to look natural, trying to look as if it wasn't a fake smile. Because if she would have looked and smiled right away, that looks fake. So she looks back down at him to make it seem like she's reacting to him, and then she looks up. This is just really sad. And it can sometimes start to feel a little petty, but knowing everything we know, and especially how they're here at Invictus, spending Invictus money on their transportation, on their hotels, on their meals, thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars, when all the participants have to pay for their own way, their own lodging. And if they're not active duty, they got to pay for their own insurance in case something goes wrong at the games, in case there's an injury. It's just a mess. And this is where we are now, you guys. This is where we are. Look at this. Uh-oh, gotta perform. Hey, everyone. I don't know, you guys. Everyone is tired of fake public personas. Everyone is tired of these people, particularly these women like Taylor Swift and Meghan Markle, who really do, it seems like they really are mean behind the scenes. And for sure, there's legit proof in Meghan's case. But we're all sick of this trying to portray themselves as wonderful humanitarians, really sweet people that just love their friends and are so wonderful, compassionate, and this and that, whatever. But behind the scenes, it ain't good. And people are not buying it anymore. We're tired of mean girls. We're tired of them inserting their faces everywhere. This is what we have, guys. This is what we have. And this is what we have to look forward to for the next week. Hopefully, you'll get through it. We can get through it together. I promise. So thanks for watching, you guys. So I have my Catherine video coming. I think I'm going to release that video after all this Invictus clown show nonsense is done for. because we'll all definitely need a palate cleanse after this week of Invictus. But thanks for watching my quick reaction, you guys. I am so grateful to all my new subscribers and everyone here who is supporting me. You have no idea what it means to me. I am so appreciative of all of you. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.